All right, guys, I'm showing you NBEV from Friday, November 16th. Jane posted an idea in chat, but again, I want to use these videos as an educational resource for people that wonder why we do what we do. All right, so this is kind of new for the website, but I think there's a lot more value in this, explaining why something was posted in the chat room and why it made sense as a trade. So NBEV, I'm showing you 2-minute candles. Anytime I'm making a video, you can look right here and see what time frame it is. So it's 2-minute candles, and all of this, until you get to this horizontal line, all of this is Thursday's action. So you can see it gapped up nicely on Thursday, sold off, and then ended up ripping the rest of the day. So it went from a low on Thursday of 330 to a high of 411. That's a huge intraday move, and actually held up pretty well, closing somewhere around the high 380s, I believe. So this is a reason, right there is the reason why this was on watch in the chat room, okay? Very, very strong move. We always want to focus on stocks that are recently in play, you know, recent high relative volume and nice moves. You'll have a much more successful trading career if you're focused on the in-play stocks. So NBEV, NBEV certainly met those parameters. And Jane in our chat room, this is the opening 2-minute candle on Friday, and the early high was 383. The early low was 365. So not even 20 cents range after the massive move it made on Thursday, right? So you got a kind of a nice narrow range. This is setting up for just a simple, hey, if it breaks out of its opening range, it makes sense for a long, you know, with a stop maybe a dime below, something like that. So anyway, Jane in our chat room posted, I took a screenshot of it, about 17 minutes into the session, NBEV, little chat room shorthand there, ORB for opening range breakout. That was her idea, and this is before it broke. Now, if you don't already know this, you can select any member in our chat room and put them on your hot list, which is probably the coolest feature of our chat room. You put them on your hot list, and anyone on your hot list shows up in a separate window from the main chat room. So it's kind of like targeted people that you want to follow. And you can even, bonus, right, you can even add a sound to that hot list. So when anyone that you've chosen to put on your hot list posts something, you'll get an audible alert on your computer. So you don't have to sit there and stare at chat. You hear an alert, you say, oh, somebody that I want to follow or somebody that I like to follow just posted something. There's probably 3 people tops in our chat room that don't have Jane on their hot list. She's fantastic. And this was another one of her great calls. So let's go back to the chart. So a nice narrow opening range. Jane's idea, opening range breakout, which just means a high of day break. 383 was the high, so 384 would be the long idea. Like I said, worst case stop, probably maybe below 370, something like that. There's the trigger, and look what happens. The thing goes all the way to 450-ish. But just to summarize, it's just a simple opening range breakout on a stock that's in play. Not all chart setups are fancy or complicated, and if you just start following the recent in-play stocks, if you've been struggling as a day trader, that one thing alone should drastically improve your results. Now, certainly you want to learn how to trade them, what a proper entry is, where to put your stop, how to scale out, how to protect your capital once you're taking profits on some, go to a break-even stop and so on. There's a lot to the equation, but just this one simple thing, focusing on the in-play stocks, should drastically improve your trading.